Welcome everybody to Bader Gymnasium, where the Westwood Wolverines will take on the Walpole Rebels in the first round of the MIAA Intercollegiate Tournament. I'm Mike Gay along with Chris Paff. So Chris, you've done a lot of research on these two teams. Talk to the viewers.
Well, I'm not certain how Walpole's season ended, but Westwood certainly finished on a high note, winning a large majority of their final games to get to a record of 10-12, allowing them entrance into this Division II South MIAA bracket for the state championship. Walpole, that earned Westwood, incidentally, a 16 seed out of a top 19 teams made the tournament for the Division II South. Walpole finished just behind them at a 7-win, 15-loss season. They are seeded 17, so that's why Westwood plays host as a 16 seed to the 17 seed Walpole Rebels.
Yeah, and Chris, make no mistake about it. The Walpole team is not, it's not a 7-win team. They play in the Patriot League, which is mostly a Division I team format, and they've had some great games this year, and they've just lost some close ones. So I talked to Steve St. Martin earlier today, and he said that they're going to have their hands full, but they've really started to peak as a team, that being the Wolverines, and he's hoping for good things.
Well, Walpole certainly has their share of athleticism and competitiveness. They always come ready to play.
Absolutely, and one of the leading scorers for the Wolverines is none other than freshman James McGowan, averaging over 20 points per game over the last quarter of the season. So teams are really trying to take him out of the game and make somebody else beat you.
Well, if they could take away his outside shot, that should open up some inside play with Herbert and Anderson down low. So if you take away one, it opens up another.
And as we look in the stands there, the den is in full force.
It's a whiteout night.
It's a whiteout. And there's Athletic Director Matt Gillis ready to welcome everybody to Bader Gymnasium. Mike Masto takes over and has done a phenomenal job just kind of transitioning. Masto brings his pedigree coming from Franklin, defending state champions, looking to repeat out of the Central. So Mike jumped at the opportunity to take over the Walpole head spot. Interesting to note that Walpole has only juniors and seniors on their roster, and Westwood has a number of sophomores in addition to their freshman, James McGowan, playing tonight. In fact,
2 sophomores and a freshman in the starting lineup for the Wolverines.
And Walpole controls the tap. It'll be Aiden Sheridan running the point. Falvey, nice crossover, goes to the basket.
Good drive, took some contact there by Herbert.
Yeah, there's a nice box out underneath, and
it's like Cam Schlittler there with the putback attempt was fouled. And that foul, obviously, Westwood's first team foul, just 16 seconds in.
Jonathan Ing picks up his first. Schlitter knocks down the first. Schlitter, one of the 2 juniors starting.
And 3 seniors on the floor. Pat Riley bringing up the ball and working the point for Westwood. Westwood likes to swing it around the perimeter, looking inside. If they can't find it, they will find the hot hand to shoot from outside.
10 to shoot on the shot clock. Get in the corner to Reed Wilson. Reed looking to make his own offense. Schlitter with another rebound.
Stands are filling in quite nicely for this first round state playoff action. Nice take to the hole there.
Nice box out by Jonathan
Brett
Ing.
Levanchi, the senior. Inside to Herbert. Ing's pass finds him. Can't get it, gets his own putback. Good aggression.
Wanted to pad the stats there, get an extra offensive rebound.
But it hurts his field goal percentage. Little contact there, James McGowan hitting the floor. Nice baseline drive. That's Matt Falvey, the junior captain. Quick off the dribble there. McGowan bring the balls up, hands to Riley, looking to go inside, can't. Wilson loses the dribble, gives it up to Ing. He's going to back his man down. And we're going to have a travel call. So he was backing down junior Brett Levanchi.
Yeah, Brett Levanchi pulled out the chair. That's when the offensive player leans in, makes a little contact, and then all of a sudden he disappears, and down Ing went.
A veteran move.
Absolutely. You see that in men's league games all the time.
It's effective.
High double team. Yeah, that's a reach on Ing. It's going to be two quick fouls on Jonathan Ing, and quickly to the bench. Ing is going to have to take an early exit.
So Walpole, so far, every possession resulting in drives to the hoop, not settling for the outside jumper. And 2 fouls on Ing gets him off the court.
Favor Waraboko comes in.
4-2 our score. Walpole in this early lead. Just over 2 minutes into the first quarter.
It looked like a lot of contact. I thought Patrick Riley did a great job of holding his position. No call by the officials. I like the straight man-to-man by Walpole. They're doing a nice job. Turnover.
Pass ahead. A foul on Pat Riley. It's Aiden Sheridan taking the ball strong to the hoop, gets the foul call.
Yeah, Westwood just kind of feeling their way into the game.
Crowd is assembling at the door, waiting to pay to come in.
Yeah, and there was talk of having both sets of stands on out here, but I think
the line is making its way out almost to the door.
I think Matt Gillis questioning that decision.
Maybe they thought the game was at 7.
Both free throws are true for Aiden Sheridan.
6-2, Walpole lead.
They can call us anything here in Westwood. They can't call us tardy. We started this game right on time.
Herbert backing his man down.
Great strong move. Herbert with all 4 of the points for Westwood. 6-4.
Soon over the half-court line. Double team, it works. James McGowan with a floater. Good.
McGowan scores 2 with a kiss.
So Westwood allowing them to get right over the half-court line, then they trap the ball. And here we come again. They quickly get rid of it this time. Little wrinkle on defense. Walpole wanted to drive. Herbert called for the block. Cam Markowski checking in for Thomas Herbert. That's 4 team fouls quickly on Westwood. Just 2.5 minutes into this game. 3.5. Levanchi.
First three-pointer of the game for any team. And 9-6, Walpole up by 3.
Nice move by Riley to free up his shot. He drains it. Tie score, 9-9, 4 minutes left in this first quarter. Moving the ball quickly are the Rebels.
Ooh, double pump.
Riley did a nice job affecting that shot. Levanchi gets the rebound and the putback. Nice baseline turnaround.
Yeah, nice anticipation by Levanchi. Saw the double pump. Didn't wait for the ball to come off the rim. Went up and got it and scored the hoop.
Nick Anderson at the scorer's table, ready to come in the next whistle. And there's stoppage of play on the ball out of bounds. Going to retain possession, does Westwood. And Anderson comes in for Wari Boko.
See if Westwood can get a quick hitter for McGowan for 3. Nice
they
defense.
Find him, but he's covered quickly by Cheriton. And 9 seconds on the shot clock. McGowan.
Yeah, it was a nice rebound by Trey Wilkes. Maintained his balance there and avoided the travel. 3:12 to play here in the first. Westwood trailing 11-9.
Brian DePasco has entered the game for the Rebels. He gets an inside pass, and fighting for that pass is Riley, but he's going to get called for the foul. A reach in or a push, they call.
It's going to be quickly Patrick Riley's second. So 2 of the sophomores with early foul trouble here for Westwood.
James Tavalone checking in. Find the cutting Levanchi. He's cut off quickly by Tavalone. Good defensive run. Leave a lane open. Levanchi's shot altered by Nick Anderson at the hoop.
And nice help defense by Westwood.
Wilson off the mark. Quickly ahead come the Rebels. Levanchi's shot. They're going to say he got him with the body, I think. St. Martin not happy with that call. A lot of fouls here on Westwood, playing sloppily. Walpole, no team fouls yet. So St. Martin pleading his case to the ref under the basket.
Yeah, timeout Westwood. So Steve St. Martin will take an early timeout, which is a little uncharacteristic, and talk about just settling into this game.
Westwood already 5.5 minutes into this opening quarter, 1 foul away from being in the bonus, or Walpole in the shooting bonus.
Yeah,
16 fouls for Westwood.
And there's times where it's a little unbalanced and you feel that you're not getting the calls, but Westwood, not doing the same type of, driving to the hoop type offense that Walpole's been doing.
Yeah, Westwood, they are fouling, and it's in large part because of Walpole's decision to decide the tempo of this game. They are not shooting from outside. I think they've taken 1 real outside shot, that long 3 by Levanchi, and he hit it. So they're doing their job in dictating the style of play here and bringing it to Westwood. And as a result, they're going to be shooting free throws for the rest of the half.
So look out there, Brian DePasca, one of the New England Colonials, the International Colonial host families, and then this past year traveled to Europe and played with the New England Colonials. Levanchi knocks the first down. Walpole quietly 5 for 5 from the free throw line, so taking advantage of their free throws. Make that 6 of 6. So substitution, Connor McDonough will come in for Levanchi. Levanchi with 7 points, leading all scorers. 13-9, Walpole.
Westwood cycling through their offense. They find Herbert, but he had stutter steps as he caught that pass. And that's going to be a turnover. Sheridan checked by McGowan. Baseline drive. Tavalone gave up that left-hand baseline drive. He gets cut off with a help defense. Some loose balls falling in the Rebels' hands. There's another open lane. Good take there. Westwood just can't seem to shut off those lanes consistently.
Yeah, Falvey with a nice cut. Again, paint points so far. Heavy advantage for Walpole.
Wilson.
Much needed 3.
15-12 our score. Walpole in the lead with a minute and a half left in the opening quarter. High pass down to Falvey and gathers it in there before Thomas Herbert can intercept. And we get some steps.
Yeah, and
Jack Turgeon checking in for the first time today.
Yeah, and there was some question about Jack, whether he was going to play. We're coming off an injury, and good to see him out there, one of the other dynamic sophomores.
1 minute left to go in this one. Westwood trailing by 3. 15-12 our score. McGowan thought about the shot, took it baseline, right in blocking call.
Yeah, right into senior Aiden Chariton's chest. Nice play. Again, McGowan, he's a gamer. You know, you've got certain players out there that just, you know, live for the game of basketball. McGowan, you know, focused on basketball. It's the only sport he plays, and he does all the little things well.
Kick ball out of bounds, stays Westwood ball. Anderson thought about it. Good left hand. Markovsky fighting for that board, but can't come up with it. Back come the Rebels. Nice hands defense there by McGowan. Interrupts that fast break drive. Down low, it goes to Markovsky. And he's gonna have some stutter steps as he starts his dribble. His back down dribble. Another turnover. So far, lots of traveling calls on both sides this opening quarter. 6 seconds between the shot clock and game clock. 15-12 our score, Rebels in the lead. Sheridan checked by McGowan. Strike that. Long shot taken.
Yeah, big 3 by Connor McDonough.
Connor McDonough, the junior. 6-point lead, 7 seconds left in this opening quarter. Westwood holding for the last shot. Nick Anderson for 3. Just before the buzzer.
Huge for Westwood. Nick Anderson, senior captain, knocks the step back down from about 22 feet.
Clutch shot by senior Nick Anderson, bringing that score 18-15 as we finish. I tell you, Walpole has definitely dictated the pace of play here. And watching this game, you would not expect to see Westwood only down by 3. In my mind, it seems like they should be down by 6 or 8.
Yeah, especially when you factor in the 6 for 6 Walpole from the free throw line, and they've taken the ball strong to the hoop. So Westwood definitely aided by 3 three-pointers. Pat Riley, Reed Wilson, and Nick Anderson all knocking the long ball down. Interesting enough, James not getting off and scoring early. So look for important scoring coming from him as well.
Well, the focus clearly on defense for Walpole was, you can tell they're shadowing James McGowan. They're not allowing him that open shot, and Westwood's trying to get the ball to him in an open 3 look, but every time he catches that pass, there's a guy quickly on him.
Yeah, they're also running McGowan as the 1, which is going to take him out a little bit of the flow and finding a shot coming off screens. So look for both teams to adjust here.
But Jack Turgeon stays in.
Yeah, I like this move.
Putting McGowan at the 2. But McGowan looking for the ball, finally gets it. Wilson. He's got
stroke.
a nice shot going so far tonight.
Yeah, Reed Wilson now with 5. And we're back to
one-point game.
Back to a 1-point game.
Nice hands by Reed Wilson to swat away that bounce pass inside.
Yeah, I'm gonna say nice hands and scary. That's a tomahawk.
Yeah, it was.
Very easy to call that a foul.
But to my ear, he hit ball.
Yeah, right. The distinct sound of a ball versus flesh.
Yeah. McGowan gives it up to Wilson. Trying to use that screen. Doesn't work. We're fighting inside.
Yeah, it's gonna be on Patrick
Kearns, the junior, in for the first time for Walpole, opening the second quarter. Wilson finds Herbert inside, gives it up to Anderson in the corner, and Anderson was expecting contact to stop him, but kind of similar, he pulled the chair a little bit. He wasn't nearly as close as he thought, and Anderson just goes to the floor in the travel call.
Yeah, I believe that's the 8th turnover so far for Westwood, so got to tighten up on the turnovers.
8 turnovers in 9 minutes of play is not good. Levanchi getting ready to check back in on the next whistle. Driving inside, they kick it back out. Settling for the outside shot. It's gathered in there by McDonough. And we're gonna have an offensive charge call. Thomas Herbert doing a great job setting up shop in the paint.
Yeah, it's a nice, again, a second time a Westwood player has taken it right to the chest.
That's gonna be McDonough's first foul, second team foul for the Rebels.
And actually both times it's Herbert, so 2 nice plays on his part.
The stands are full. We have standing room only tonight's game.
Bader Gymnasium is packed. Thousands in attendance.
Almost like a town meeting. McGowan to Anderson, looking for something to set up. Get it to him. Nick Anderson with a step back. Nice 12-footer there by Nick Anderson.
Yes.
Westwood pulls within 1, 18-17, our score. 6 minutes left to go until halftime. Good cross. He loses his man. We're gonna have a foul call.
Yeah, and I tell you, Herbert did a great job of holding his position. Right at the very end, he came down. Nice play by number 5, Matthew Falvey, to draw the contact. You do everything right, 98% of it, and then the
foul was actually called on James McGowan, who got lost on the dribble and was trying to catch back up.
Oh, okay, well, I take it back. So you did 100% right. It was James McGowan that came in and did it wrong. So yeah, actually, Westwood was ahead by 1. They had missed a nice job by Cam Markowski.
Good box out position. We're gonna have a push foul against Walpole.
Yeah, so we're gonna be all knotted up at 19 here. So yeah, Westwood, they failed to put that last basket on the board for Westwood. So momentarily in the lead, and now it's back to 19-19. Little mismatch here.
McGowan gets it inside to Markovsky, and we're gonna have a travel call. Coach St. Martin a little unhappy with that call.
Yeah, and I've got to agree with St. Martin. There's a lot of contact. He goes down, and then because of the contact, you're pulling the chair out. I've said this on numerous games that we've done where there's a three-man crew. They don't use the three-man crew all year long. 3-point out of the way, just a bit long. Yeah, that's
Levanchi with the air ball putback.
Yeah, nice play by Levanchi. Second offensive foul putback.
None of the Wolverines watching the ball. Good hands defense there against McGowan. Results in 2 points, Aiden Sheridan.
Yeah, first field goal for Sheridan. Nice picking of the pocket. 4-point game for Walpole.
Wilson keeping the dribble alive. Gets it over to McGowan. Anderson at the free throw line. Good.
Yeah, nice shot by Anderson, but I'll tell you, Walpole enforcing their will on defense, not letting Westwood get even close to a layup.
Wilson rushing out to double the ball. Walpole moving the ball around nicely. Levanchi gets some contact, but they're letting it go.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I think Cam Markovsky did a nice job there, but he was leaning back.
Yeah.
They're not going to call that.
Now he's got to learn to stand up and just take it. We're going to have a travel call as the McGowan and Turgeon run into each other. Another turnover for the Wolverines.
It's the 10th turnover. 4-point advantage for Walpole, 25-21, 4:10 to play here in the first half.
Levanchi from deep.
Long
McGowan gets it.
Yeah, there's a block. Nice call. Yeah, and you hear St. Martin saying every time, please go to the hoop. You're settling for the 15-footer, in some cases 20-footer.
Well, as a result, Walpole not even close to foul trouble.
Yeah.
And you can play so differently when you're not in foul trouble. You're not even in danger of giving up free throws. Herbert gets the inbound bounce pass. He's backing his man down, kicks it out. Wilson, got it.
Stroke is on tonight for Wilson.
1-point game, 25-24. Walpole in the lead. Long pass ahead. Wilson reads it, gives up the dribble. We have a whistle, timeout, called by Walpole.
That's the timeout. No, I don't mean timeout from Mike Masto. So Westwood saved by the timeout there.
Yeah, so Walpole had numbers.
So with 3:37 to play here in the first half, we'll go ahead and read our first PSA of the night, if my eyes don't fail me. Have you ever heard a parent say, my kids may drink a little bit, but at least they're not into drugs? Let's eliminate these myths right now. Alcohol is a drug. Let's help our young people learn the facts about drug use and help them make responsible decisions regarding mood-altering chemicals.
So 3:37 left to play in the second quarter. It's a 1-point game. Walpole in the lead, 25-24. Westwood in some early foul trouble with Pat Riley and I believe Thomas Herbert and John Eng. John Eng has not been back, and Pat Riley has seen limited action since picking up his second foul. So they're altering their lineup as a result of foul trouble. Walpole, however, no foul trouble, doing what they want, as you said, on defense and keeping Westwood at bay from the paint.
And again, Westwood only trailing by 1, and it feels like Walpole has kind of controlled this game, but Westwood, I'll give them credit. They are knocking down their outside shots. But if that dries up, they got to change the method of this game.
And we're going to have a backcourt violation unless McGowan picks it up. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, nice play by McGowan there. So if McGowan gets that ball and picks it up, he's actually in a trapping situation where 2 Walpole players would trap him. So heady move to just let that one go.
So Westwood sticking with their offense, looking for that open outside man. And then to pound it inside. Anderson trying to back down Levanchi. He's going to turn around. He's got it.
Anderson, senior captain.
Westwood with the lead, 26-25. 3 minutes left.
Anderson now leading Westwood scorer at 9.
Levanchi with the nice cross. And we're going to have an offensive foul on the drive to the hoop as Thomas Herbert setting up for his 3rd charge.
Yeah, great job by Herbert. That's going to be Levanchi's, I believe, 2nd foul. I take it back. That's Levanchi's 1st.
He's coming out.
Brett Levanchi, son of Gene Levanchi, local celebrity.
Fox 25 anchor, the morning show. Somewhere in our crowd, he sits, cheering on his son and his teammates.
So 2:47 to play here in the first half. Westwood finding themselves up by 1 again with the ball. So very fortuitous if you're a Wolverine.
Turgeon working the point now. Inside to Herbert, left hand off the glass, no good. Anderson couldn't secure the rebound. Back quickly come the Rebels, but they're cut off. They're gonna set up an outside play. Driving is Falvey, loses Turgeon. Foul is called on the drive to the hoop. Another drive to the hoop resulting in a Westwood foul.
Yeah, that's going to be Herbert's, I believe, 2nd.
Yeah, you're right. And quickly comes Markovsky off the bench.
Yeah, that was
his first shot.
Nice job by Matthew Falvey there. Nice misdirection. Got a lane, went up strong. I thought he might have led with the right arm a little bit into the chest, but nice aggressive play.
So Herbert going to take a seat probably for the remainder of the quarter. With 2 fouls. Falvey with a nice stroke from the free throw line. And Walpole takes the lead back, 27-26, 2:22 left here in the second. Falvey on Turgeon. Wilson looking for something to do inside. Gets cut off, finally gets it up to Anderson. He's going to turn around. We're going to have another travel call. His shot went in.
I'm not.
Rough.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree with that one. We're homers here. We don't pretend to be balanced, fair and balanced.
Well, if you're checking this out online, you can use your rewind button to see how accurate that call was. Real time without monitors, it's difficult for us to accurately assess that call.
Yeah, well, the basketball guys just told us that we were right. I thought that there was contact there, so even if you're going to call, anything, it's going to be a foul. I didn't think it was a travel to begin with. 1:50 to play here in the first half.
Wilson getting a screen from Anderson, hits from outside, good for 3. Westwood, their largest lead is 2, 29-27, minute 30 left to go in the second quarter.
They probably came in trying to figure out a way to do anything to get McGowan off the mark on the 3-pointer, and everybody else is beating him.
Oh, a reach-in foul called on McGowan. Looked pretty good to me, but this referee disagreeing.
You know what, though? It's a flashy play, and you're trying to pick somebody's pocket there right in front of the official. It just the risk reward there isn't there for me.
The reality is it doesn't matter what really happened. The ref's just going to call you for a foul.
Yeah.
When you reach in like that, whether you hit only ball or not.
Yeah, and I look at that as kind of a lazy defensive play. Use your feet, shift him.
Yep. Block his penetration.
Well, it might have been a good foul. Misses the first front end.
Westwood with the lead and the ball. Minute 15 left till halftime. Wilson looking for a screen. Gets it to Anderson. Lost the dribble, gets it back with the slap away. Wilson gonna drive, turn around, no good.
Oh, they're over the back on 32.
Markovsky couldn't secure the rebound, so back come the Rebels.
Couldn't secure the rebound because he got hit in the head.
Turgeon coming out to defend the outside shot, and Wilson's gonna get called for that one.
Yeah, and that one was a good call. That was a no-doubter.
Joey Noon checking in after the first shot.
It's going to be 2 on Wilson.
So before they hit that dangerous third, they're going to take Reed off the floor. That's Patrick Fallon at the line for the Rebels.
Senior's first point. 1-point game, Westwood 29, Walpole 28.
Nothing but net on the second one. So our game is tied with 47 seconds left to go until halftime. Turgeon trying to lose his man, loses the dribble instead, gives it up to Wariboko, who just checked in. Westwood weaving it around the outside, looking to go inside. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Wilson nails it from the baseline.
Yeah, I was talking to Wilson earlier today at the Around the Hoop film, and he said he was just going to play like he has nothing to lose, not leave anything out there.
Quickly ahead come the Rebels. We have a foul on the floor or on the shot, it doesn't matter. Westwood, Walpole's in the double bonus, so they're gonna be shooting 2.
Yeah, that was on Wariboko.
Got the push. 12 seconds left to go until half. Westwood with a 2-point lead. Sophomore Quinn O'Hara coming in to take Wilson off the floor. With one more possession left, I'm not sure you take a hot hand out. Like Wilson. Game is tied. This opening round of this Division II South State playoff action. Turgeon stops, picks up his nice little move inside by Jack Turgeon. The sophomore, long heave at the buzzer is no good. And Westwood goes to halftime with a 2-point lead, 33-31.
Yeah, what poise for Westwood to stick in this game, settling for the outside shot, but knocking a ton of them down. Reed Wilson and Nick Anderson leading all scorers, and great to see the sophomore cutting to the hoop there at the end to give Westwood a 2-point advantage.
It was a good move. It was a backyard basketball move where he found himself without a dribble, and he moved towards the top of the key, and he realized everyone followed him, and he spun back kept his pivot, and he opened up with a nice little leaner, a little off the glass. Good for 2.
And you mentioned that Steve St. Martin took out Reed Wilson right there at the end. I think it was that situation where even though you're going on offense, you just want to prevent that third foul.
Yeah, obviously you don't want that. It's just noting that you had one possession left. Not likely to go back on defense, but it worked out.
Absolutely. So after one half of basketball, Westwood with a 2-point advantage, 33-31. We'll be back in just a blink. And we're back, which for us was about 8 minutes. For you, it was literally no time at all.
Hope you enjoyed your quick run to the kitchen to grab a glass of water or something like that.
Yeah, there you go. So just going over the scoring totals again, Westwood with a 33-31 advantage over Walpole. Leading all scorers was Reed Wilson with 13, with 3 long balls. 9 points for Nick Anderson, 4 points for Thomas Herbert, 3 points for Pat Riley, who knocked down a 3, and Jack Turgeon with that last basket to give Westwood the advantage with 2 points. On the Walpole side, big story there, 13 for 15 as a team from the free throw line. One of those misses was the front end of a 1-and-1. So 13 out of a possible 16 points for Walpole, which pretty much kept them in the game. Leading the Walpole bunch is Brett Levanchi with 11, 7 points for Matthew Falvey, who controlled the offense at the point position. 4 points for Cam Schlittler and Aiden Chariton. And then 2 points from Patrick Fallon and 3 points from Connor McDonough. So again, Westwood with a lead. Westwood 0 for 0, so you could say perfect.
Yeah, they're perfect. They're horrible at getting to the line.
They're horrible, but I'll tell you, they have not missed a foul shot.
They haven't, and I'm sure that's something that had been addressed by Coach St. Martin at halftime. But while they are hitting their outside shots, they're not getting it from the usual suspect, and that would be James McGowan. Then the guard position, only 5 points. A 3 by Pat Riley early in the first quarter, and then a little leaner by Jack Turgeon to end the first half. And other than that, the guard position has not been offensively productive. So I look to see a little more off-ball screens maybe to free up James McGowan, either on inbounds plays or just setting up that offense. Not sure they'll make those adjustments. Haven't seen them do a lot of that type of adjustment work at halftime so far this year, but they're ahead by 2. They need to pick up the sloppiness. They got to stop with the fouls, the reach-in lazy defense fouls. It's kind of killed them, allowing 15 shots at the line, 13 points. So you take away half of those, and it's Westwood, not in a blowout, but Westwood with a sizable lead.
Yeah, Westwood with 14 turnovers in that first half. Really, their shooting kept them in the game. 5 for 8 from downtown, well over 50% from the field. So again, Westwood came to shoot. They just need to up their intensity level, match Walpole, and I think Westwood will be in pretty good shape.
Yeah, you mentioned the turnovers too. They do need to clean that up. You can't give up possession without even attempting a shot. It's just not a good way to move through this playoff.
Westwood will go back to the starting. Actually, I take it back. Not the starting 5. Nick Anderson is going to come into the game for Westwood.
John Ing back in for the first time.
Yeah, so Anderson is in for Riley.
So Westwood in the white, Walpole in the blue. Oh, we're going to have a jump ball. As John Ing and Nick Anderson collapsed on the Rebel, and
Nick Anderson and John Ing, when they heard that whistle, they looked back saying, not me, not me.
Matt Falvey has been going to the hoop repeatedly, and that time he got cut off by 2 of Westwood's bigs.
Yeah, nice defense by both players. Yeah, it looks like Walpole going into a 2-1-2.
Switching things up a little. They're playing man in the first half. Anderson gives it to Wilson in the corner. Finds nothing. Falvey on the rebound. Quickly ahead.
Oh, that's a
little travel. Let it go.
And that's another offensive foul drawn, but he doesn't get it called.
Yep. We're going to have a stoppage of play as they want to wipe up the floor. He's saying he left his feet. Coach St. Martin is complaining to the referee that he left his feet and then ran into Thomas Herbert. It should be a charging call.
Absolutely, but again, there's 3 officials, so nobody sees a thing.
They need 5.
The more you have, it's like when you go to a hotel. Do you get 2 keys or 1 if you're by yourself?
Yeah, if I'm going to lose 1, I'm going to lose 2.
Exactly. So I get 1 because if I have 2, then I think I always have 1 as a safety, and I lose them both. Well, I don't know if you got that analogy, but 3 officials, they don't see a thing. 2, and they can see much more.
It's like they're each waiting for the other guy to call it.
Nice quick screen.
It's Cam Schlittler. Tied up 33 apiece. Cross, skip pass over to Anderson. Walpole doing a good job. McGowan's first shot from outside is good.
It's only a matter of time for James McGowan. Westwood, their largest lead of the game, 36-33.
Nice drive and dish. Walpole quickly answering back with the 2 of their own. Nice inside play by the Rebels. Wilson trying to get the ball inside to Ing. Ball knocked away by Schlittler.
Yeah, Schlittler having a very active first couple of minutes here in the second half. 4 points and a couple of nice defensive plays.
McGowan getting the inbounds pass. Covered quickly there by Cheriton. Inside goes to Herbert, backing his man down, kicks it out to Wilson. Swinging the ball around, 6 on the shot clock. Anderson with the push-off foul, offensive foul.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with that call. Trying to create separation, kind of led that arm shoulder into the defensive player. It's going to be Nick Anderson's first foul.
It's amazing what contact is let go, and that little bit of contact is called.
I think it's the contact to create an advantage.
I understand it. I just don't.
You just don't like it.
I like all contact, personally. Two white shirts and one blue. They say it went off the blue, so Westwood gets possession on that missed outside jumper by Levanchi. Wilson, the open jumper from the corner is good. And the foul. Levanchi fouled him on the three-point shot. Something you're never supposed to do. Take your chances.
Only one thing better than a three-pointer from the corner, and that's a three-pointer from the corner plus the foul.
Westwood with a 4-point lead now. Pat Riley coming in for John Ing as a substitute ball handling for size.
Reed Wilson now with 16, leading all scorers.
Quickly shoots the ball, but Herbert gets the rebound. Nick Anderson driving himself. His pocket is picked, but we're gonna have a foul called, a blocking call against Walpole. And that's on Trey Wilkes, the senior captain. You gotta say, Brett Falvey did a nice job picking his pocket on his drive in, but the foul occurred on his right hip. Wilson will inbound for Westwood. Riley driving the lane, dishing out. Moving the ball nicely are the Wolverines. Herbert backing his man down. Little push off. Gets his rebound, puts it back for 2.
Effectively a 5-point trip for Westwood.
Got away with a push. He did extend the elbow. And Coach Mike Masto was complaining, he saw it too, but no call was made. But Mike Masto will call timeout for Walpole, and they'll regroup as they find themselves down 6, the largest lead for the Wolverines so far tonight. 5:04 left to go in the third.
Yeah, and it's a big play by senior captains out here. You know, really trying to jam the ball down low. Great job by Reed Wilson again, hitting the outside shot. You like to see what Westwood's doing here.
They are dictating the pace of play right now. They're the ones bringing the action to the court.
While we have this break, there's more than 200,000 students that will participate in approximately 100,000 high school sport competitions among the MIAA's 360 member schools this year. The Massachusetts Interscholastic Athletic Association encourages you to support your local high school athletic programs for the students who participate in them. One of the things, Chris, you and I have said many times, this is the best ticket in town. Even for an MIAA event where everybody pays, if you're over 10 years old, $5 for adults and $3 for students.
It's good white knuckle action. Win or go home. The winner of this game will move on to play number 1 seed Tech Boston, whose record of 19-1 is daunting.
Very beatable. They've lost.
Falvey checked by McGowan. He loses him, drives to the basket, bumps out Thomas Herbert, who went up straight. No foul called.
Yeah,
it's good for 2.
Like the no call. That was a nice aggressive move by Falvey.
Wilson, the up fake, the floater, it's good. Lead back to 6 for the Wolverines.
Wilson with 18.
Sheridan trying to lose McGowan. Skip pass. Levanchi runs into his own man, but off the glass and good. Strong move by the senior.
Levanchi now with 13.
McGowan, in and out. Herbert fighting for the ball. Riley comes up with it. Wilson was cutting, he was open, but Riley's back was to him. Wilson is good for 3.
Wilson with 21 is on fire.
The lead is 7 by Westwood. Trey Wilkes, checked by Riley, gets it to the senior. Levanchi gonna drive. He's gonna go to the line on the shooting foul called against.
I'll tell you,
Levanchi's
a smart player. He doesn't have blazing speed, but he's somewhat methodical with his drives, but he's effective. He uses the crossover well.
Athletic player. I believe he plays football for the Rebels as well.
Yeah, big kid.
And I believe he's a strong baseball player too.
Yeah, doing a lot of nice things out there. He's 3 for 3 from the free throw line as well.
For the Rebels, in comes Patrick Kearns. Taking a seat is Cam Schlittler. 46-40, 46-41. Levanchi coming out. McDonough coming back in. 5-point lead for Westwood, 3:40 left to go in the third quarter. McGowan has been freed up for a couple of shots. Nice inside pass to Herbert. He's bumped.
Yeah,
could have had an and one there, but just didn't get it to fall.
Yeah, foul is on number 25, Patrick Kearns. He was beat right off the dribble. You had Herbert cutting to the hoop, and it was a face cut. You're in jail when that happens. Just lucky he didn't make the layup.
Herbert makes him pay on the first one.
Westwood now 1 for 2 from the free throw line versus
for the game.
For the game versus the Rebels 15 out of 17. Make that 2 out of 3.
Rattles home.
And the funny thing is, I'm not actually calling out the officials on that stat.
No,
I think it's actually
it's accurate.
That's a fair
it's
stat.
Accurate. The lead is 7 for the Wolverines. From the corner, Falvey, a high arcing shot, no good. Wilson with the board, hands it off to his teammate.
Yeah, and St. Martin trying to take a little air out of the ball here. No need to rush and let them right back into it.
McGowan, a moving pick called against Wilson.
I think he came into him pretty darn hard, right into his chest, so I'm not sure if he was moving, but I'll tell you, if you're going to get called for a moving pick, you don't want to take the punishment that Reed Wilson took on that play.
He's saying he braced for it.
Well, if he didn't brace for it, he'd be in the hospital right now with broken ribs. Nice pass. Nice
baseline pass over to Falvey. In and out. Wilson with the rebound. Quickly ahead to Riley. Back come the Wolverines. They'll set up shop. Riley working the point. McGowan set up a nice screen to get some separation. Riley drives to the hoop. He'll go to the line. Coach St. Martin explaining to James McGowan, you've really got to set up that pick hard.
I mean, again, I'll give Walpole credit. They are coming through like a truck. And so if you're going to set that pick, you're going to pay for it.
Yeah. Well, that's how the game should be played. Think twice about it. Riley's shot is short.
Westwood going small.
Looks like Thomas Herbert, only player on the floor for the Wolverines, over 6 feet. Riley's second shot is good. The lead is 8. 49-41, 2:42 left to go in the third.
Yeah, but you look out there, and it's not like Walpole is got length. So
no.
You're going to go small. Now's the time. Nice move.
Good move, but better defense by Wariboko, but ball goes off his leg. It's going to stay Walpole ball, and they get a fresh 30.
49-41, 2:24 to play here in the third quarter. That's travel.
Nope, that's a foul.
Yeah, they're going to call that on number 4, Jack Turgeon. There was a swipe. I won't argue with that call.
Turgeon doing a nice job disrupting play there. Walpole retains possession. Westwood doing a nice job keeping them outside the paint. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Nice give and go, nice dish. Find the open man on the help defense.
Yeah, Patrick Kearns Jr. with a nice receipt of the ball there, scores his first basket for Walpole.
Riley driving the lane. Gonna pick up the foul. Driving is always a good thing. You either get a layup or you get a foul.
Yeah, Westwood doing a much better job at least forcing some interior defense this half.
Each team, that's the 15th foul for Walpole. Westwood has 4. Minute and a half left in the third.
And that's the first player for either team with 3 at Trey Wilkes with his third personal.
Turgeon loses the dribble. He's trying to get inside to Herbert, but he's not open. Pat Riley for 3. Got it!
Second three-pointer of the game for Riley. First in the second half. Westwood by 9.
Good help defense by Wariboko. Thomas Herbert stayed on the switch outside.
Give credit for the steal to Herbert, give an assist to Wariboko.
Turgeon trying to lose this man. He does for the layup. Got it! 11-point lead for the Wolverines. Clock is running. 50 seconds left in this third. Westwood has taken a huge lead. Falvey falling down. We're going to have a blocking foul, a reach. Call against James McGowan. Westwood's 5th team foul. Each team 1 foul to give. 3 now on James McGowan, and he quickly comes off the court.
Shot clock will be turned off. 27.1 to play here in the third quarter. Walpole gonna most likely hold for the last shot, or not.
Falvey driving to the hoop, reverse layup. Anderson late to come over for help, and he fouls him. He's gonna go to the line. Saying they hit him in the head. You'll have to verify that, viewers at home.
Yeah, I think
didn't see
it was a late rotation. I think that's one can go either way.
Well, he hit him or he didn't.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
fairly linear.
That's what they said happened.
Yes or
Again,
no.
You with the instant replay ability can determine. Shot does everything but fall, and we're gonna have an over the back call against Levanchi.
And so that's gonna be, I think only 2 on Levanchi, but I take it back, that's 3 on Levanchi. So
he's coming out.
You know, I said in that possession, Walpole will potentially hold for the last shot. They got the basket and they drew the foul. But now Levanchi has 3.
Yep.
Westwood can go ahead and neutralize that basket. So you got to hold for 1 on that last.
8 seconds left to go. Westwood looking for the last shot. They give to Turgeon. Riley driving the lane. Pull up jumper. No good. Wariboko gets it at the end, but it's too late.
Like I said, great idea to go for it and not force the last shot. So after 3 quarters of basketball, Westwood with a 9-point advantage. Coming out from the halftime speech from Steve St. Martin, they outscored the Walpole Rebels 21-14. So nice job by Westwood.
Great third quarter by the Wolverines. They were hitting from outside and they started working the ball inside as well. Really started driving the lane, something they didn't do in the first half. And as a result, 6 fouls by the Walpole Rebels. They're going to be at the line for the whole fourth quarter. And both teams will be, as Westwood has 16 fouls also. But now it's even. First half, 13 points at the free throw line advantage for the Rebels really kept them in this ball game. So Now that it's even, Westwood pulling out a 9-point lead, 7-point advantage for that third quarter for Westwood.
Yeah, and foul trouble for Walpole, both Trey Wilkes and Brett Levanchi. Brett Levanchi, their leading scorer, with, 15 points, 3 apiece, and then on the Westwood side, only James McGowan with 3. So again, a tale of two halves.
So scorers for Walpole are Falvey and Levanchi.
Yep, Falvey, Levanchi, and then Schlittler did a nice job in that second half, 4 quick points. And that was really, he wasn't necessarily creating his offense, but he was in the right place, finished on some nice assists. And then some balance. I mean, you got some guys off the bench who can knock a 3 down. Connor McDonough, Patrick Kearns, Aiden Chariton.
Here we go, final quarter for one of these two teams. We're in first round play for Divisions II South Massachusetts State Playoff, high school basketball. Falvey trapped in the corner, giving it up to DePasca. Good hands by Thomas Herbert. She knocks it out of bounds. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Westwood doing a good job keeping Walpole in this opening possession away from the basket.
5 seconds to shoot.
Wild shot, and we're gonna have a foul called against Westwood.
If you create position and you're not exactly in the path, and then the offensive player lays out and goes into you, it's still an offensive foul. Again, I was somewhat blocked on that play, and I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, kinda.
So Chariton at the line.
First one is good.
They do a good job at the line, does Walpole.
Five out of 6 in the second half.
54-47 is the score. Westwood in the lead. James McGowan with 3 fouls out there on the floor. Loses the dribble, gets it down low to Nick Anderson. The step back jumper, got it.
Great shot by Anderson. That's his 3rd step back.
Nicely done by the senior.
His 4th. He got called for an offensive foul on one of them, but Westwood just shooting the lights out tonight.
There's a foul, a travel call. A quick step before he put the ball on the floor. And it's good for Westwood because it looked like he was getting by Wilson. Driving to the hoop. In comes Levanchi, right on the bench, a short-lived one.
Yeah, you can't take those fouls home with you. You know, you're down by.
They need his scoring.
Yeah, down by 9 in the 4th quarter here on the road.
Westwood would like to get a few more minutes out of McGowan before he picks up his 4th. Anderson backing down. Left hand, no good. Loose ball is going to go Westwood way.
So I'm going to give credit to Walpole for one heck of a box out from everybody, but
no credit to anyone for going after the basketball.
That's different skill.
Going after the bouncing ball. Anderson gets bumped, and the foul. Shot is good. He'll go to the line to make a 3-point play.
Yeah, insult to injury for Patrick Fallon. Got the ball right in the chops. Got hit right in the face, gets called for the foul. That's a play where you just, it's all position. He was beat right on the inbound pass.
Shot is good. Westwood up by 12.
Anderson now with 14.
Chariton driving, dishing out to Levanchi. He's going to drive. Contact, no call. The putback is good for Walpole. Tough bounce pass to Wilson. He gathers it. We're going to have a ball was not tipped. They're saying going back Walpole ball.
Yeah, it was not tipped.
Referee at the baseline was looking for help on that call. So that's a turnover for Westwood. 10-point lead.
Westwood with only the 4th turnover here in the second half, so doing a much better job. 14 in the first half.
Sheridan looking to drive, dishes to Wilkes. He's got a pull-up floater, it's good, over Anderson.
Wilkes' first basket of the game, a big one for Walpole. Cuts the lead to 8, 59-51 with 5:37 to play.
Turgeon had an open lane, couldn't get past Falvey. Wide open is Thomas Herbert.
Great look down low.
McGowan finds him. He knows them because they're teammates.
Back up to 10.
Wilson knocking the ball out of bounds.
And we're going to have a timeout with 5:11 to play. Again, Westwood with a 61-51 advantage. And Chris, as I mentioned, Westwood doing a much better job controlling the ball and not forcing, I should say unforced turnovers was the story of the first half.
Yeah, and every time Walpole has taken the ball down, Westwood has answered. And that's really been a tale of two halves here. Westwood was chasing to catch up the first half, in large part due to the foul trouble, but the second half, Westwood has dictated the pace of play, and they're the ones bringing the action to the floor. Both teams with 17 fouls, so obviously they're both shooting every time the whistle blows on an infraction in that regard. But Westwood really impressed with their play against the Rebels this third and fourth quarter.
Yeah, you look at the scoring again. James McGowan, their leading scorer for the last third of the season. Only 5 points here in the game. So huge contributions from Herbert, Anderson, Wilson, Pat Riley with 7, Jack Turgeon with 4. It's great to see scoring coming from some different places for the Wolverines.
Well, those top 3 scorers, as you would expect in a playoff game,
Absolutely,
seniors.
all seniors.
John Ing on the floor guarding Levanchi with the ball. Cheriton gets it over to Wilkes. Shot is short. Wilson with the board.
Nice job by Wilson.
Slow it up.
Take some air out of that basketball.
Anderson looking to get the down low pass from Turgeon, knocked away by Levanchi.
Great hustle play by Levanchi.
Inside pass, and one. Nick Anderson gathered himself nicely after the contact, squared up to the basket, banks it off the glass.
Second time that Nick Anderson has caught the inbound pass and gone up strong right into the chest of a defender.
Keep going with that move, that same play on the inbounds under your own basket until they figure out how to defend it. Shot is short, front rims it. 63-51 our score, Westwood in the lead. It's first round action, state playoff basketball, Division II South. Falvey loses McGowan, Ing over to help. We're gonna have an offensive foul on Falvey.
Yeah.
John Ing, nice job, cutting in position.
So if you notice the difference between that and some of the other plays in the last few possessions, Ing kept upright, did not start falling back, took it right to the chest, and then went down.
The horn sounded for some reason, stopping action, and we're back to play.
Walpole on the full court zone.
A little push there. Jack Turgeon getting the loose ball, quickly ahead to Ing. Put back is good,
Nice
off the
patience.
glass. Nice ball action there by the Wolverines. 14-point lead for the Wolverines, 65-51. Long shot from the corner is good. We have a timeout called. It's Cam Schlidler, the junior, hitting from deep in the corner for the Rebels.
And Schlidler with 11 points. Again, huge contributions.
14-point lead for the Wolverines now.
Tell you the JV team must be full of sophomores because, like you said, there's no sophomores on this varsity team. So next year they're going to have if they get the returning players, they'll have eight juniors coming back.
and filled in the rest with sophomores and possible freshmen. But as you mentioned, with the large Division I schedule, they may just elect to go with size and experience over maybe some early flashes of good sophomore or freshman. Because it's really hard for 14-year-olds to play against 18-year-olds sometimes, especially when those 18-year-olds are grown men and they have 3 to 5 of them on the floor.
We even look at the development of some of the freshman and sophomore players here for Westwood. I mean, just the beginning of the season versus now, if you don't make a commitment to the freshmen and sophomores early in the season, it's really tough to pull them up to the varsity level.
Yeah, they're not likely to contribute much, possibly on some outside shooting, but certainly not inside play. It's a world of difference between JV and varsity basketball, inside play.
So Westwood by 11.
Wilson gets it into Turgeon. Got to look out from behind. You're going to have a foul called on Falvey. Frankly, I didn't see that foul.
I didn't either.
A reach in. I thought he did a good job hustling back after going for the ball back on the inbounds.
Chris,
caught up to him.
Chris, we're supposed to be homers here.
We're supposed to be.
We're supposed to be homers.
I get it.
Yeah, don't.
Jack at the line shooting a well-deserved free throw.
Well-deserved. I'll tell you, he was hammered. He was hammered on that play.
He might need a Band-Aid in between shots here. Turgeon hits the second of 2.
Westwood by 12, 4 minutes to play.
Walpole really needs to step up their defense. Every comeback starts with defense. Levanchi driving baseline, kicks it ahead, loose ball picked up there quickly by the Wolverines. Reed Wilson, nice job. Shot clock is still in effect for Walpole as Westwood never had possession. Levanchi's wild shot. Nick Anderson on the floor with the ball. It's a free-for-all. And we have a shot clock violation eventually. Nope, one ref signals shot clock and the other is saying no, we're resetting as he believed Westwood had possession. And who do you go with when refs disagree?
You go with the one that looks more convinced of their call.
He who yells loudest yells correctly. And Coach St. Martin reminding that the call on the floor was a jump ball.
Well, yeah, but here's what he's saying. You're gonna say that the shot clock should have reset. You can't say that what just happened didn't happen. So we're going to have to go back to the tape because, again, this is where we're going to flex our homer muscles.
I don't understand how Walpole ends up with it if they called jump ball. And that's the only reason the play stopped was it was a jump ball whistle.
You got to take that if you're a Levanchi. There's no time.
Yeah, you can't work 30 seconds for 2.
Yeah, that's not.
We're going to push off. He fended off Turgeon with the left elbow.
Yeah.
He knew it. No argument.
Yeah, and if I'm Levanchi, and again, if I'm Coach Masto, I'm imploring my senior captain to let it fly.
Yeah, you might get hot. You never know. McGowan trapped in the corner. Skip pass ahead. The Turgeon is high. It's another turnover for Westwood. Walpole doing what they need to do, and that's getting Westwood to turn the ball over. Hitting only one free throw, getting to throw the ball out of bounds, but they're not answering back on the offense. They're down 12. Shot short.
Yeah, if you're McGowan, keep the ball in your hands, make them foul you. McGowan, a 93% free throw shooter.
Reached in, Wilkes knocks it away from Wilson, he gets it back. His shot is good.
I don't know if I love the shot, but it went in.
Any shot that falls in is a good shot. And we're gonna have a blocking foul as he slid over in front of the ball handler, Falvey. That's Thomas Herbert.
So again, on a play like that, because the offensive player tries to get by him but still hits him in the chest, it's okay. That's a block.
That's his third foul for Thomas. I think he's signaling a substitution. No. Asking for a towel as the floor is wet with moisture.
So 2:45 to play. Westwood with a 14-point advantage. $23 points for Reed Wilson, leading all scorers.
Falvey's first shot, good. Cutting the lead to 13. They're gonna make a run, it's gotta start now. Down 13 points. Takes time.
Second one is good. Where's your release valve?
It's a long pass ahead to Herbert. Gathers it nicely. His layup, and no good.
And that's going to be a foul on Anderson.
Anderson over the back. And that's going to send Walpole to the line. They're in a one-on-one situation.
Yeah, that is about as bad an outcome for Westwood as you can imagine. You got a 2-on-1. You go up strong.
Yeah, now Walpole has a chance to score two without any clock running off. It's only been 4 seconds of game clock since the last free throw was made. Makes him pay on the first one.
Schlittler now 5 for 5 from the free throw line. Not the player you want at the stripe for Westwood. If you're Westwood, I should say. And it worked, the jinx.
Wilkes quickly hustle over there for the rebound. Goes off of Herbert's hands and stays Walpole ball. Westwood doing everything they can here to open the door to let Walpole back in. 11-point lead, 68-57 is our score with 2:40 left in this one.
And the lead official just wants a close game.
Inbound pass stolen by Herbert. Nicely done. McGowan. Some nice dribbling there. He's guarded closely. Nice passing back and forth. McGowan with a quick pull-up. A little late whistle on the shot. Foul was called on Schlittler. On the jumper is McGowan.
That's a tough call. I think again, Westwood, you're lucky to get that call.
Well, to be fair, we've had a couple of those go both ways this game. McGowan drains the first, leads back to 12.
And I'll tell you, the experience that these Westwood underclassmen are getting here is invaluable if you're Steve St. Martin and the Westwood staff.
Second shot, no good. Levanchi with the rebound.
Very rare miss by McGowan from the free throw stripe. You gotta let it fly. You gotta let it fly.
McGowan, not McGowan, Ing taking some contact, no call. Again, so much contact under the basket, they let it go. That little reach in, they draw the foul.
Yeah, I think Mike Masto is saying, listen, you may call that a charge, you may call it a block, but you've got to call something on that one.
It's too much contact to let it go, one way or the other. It's a violation of the rules, I believe. McGowan finding his stroke.
That's more like McGowan.
70 for Westwood, 57 for Walpole.
Second one is true as well. But one of the things I've failed to mention is a quick shout out to our sponsor, Conlon Healthcare. It's a travel.
Pivot foot dragged as he stopped his dribble.
I've been so into this game that I've failed to mention them. So again, shout out to Conlon Healthcare. They stepped up to sponsor both the boys and girls basketball programs this year.
Thank you very much. McGowan with the pass and bounce, trapped quickly ahead. Turgeon over to Wilson.
Do not need
You
a
don't
basket.
need more points to win this game. Wisely pulling it back out. Turgeon driving. McGowan drive and dish. The pull-up and the foul. Reed Wilson gets the N1, the fall.
The senior is not afraid to take the shot.
A little sooner than they needed to. They had more on the clock, the shot clock that is.
Wilson now with 25, trying to make it 26 from the line.
But as I said earlier, if the shot falls, it was a good shot. It's kind of like golf putts and airplane landings. The landing you walk away from is a good landing.
Absolutely. 26 for Wilson.
Sheraton calmly. They need threes. Let them drive. Levanchi shot no good. Wolverines back the other way. Turgeon, some nifty dribbling. Gives it up to McGowan. He's got to reach in. Trey Wilkes, is that his fifth?
That is.
He appears to be coming out. The senior, no, the junior, sorry. Thought he was a senior. And the Walpole students making their way out of the gymnasium. With
And the Westwood
Den
fans,
bidding a fond
yeah,
farewell.
saying good, drive safe. McGowan knocks it down.
So Westwood scoring 33 points in the first half. Doing a nice job adding to that figure the second half.
Again, McGowan with a rare miss.
You can't keep saying rare miss.
Well, I mean, it's calling into question my made-up stat of 93% free throw shooter.
The first bump is let go, but the second little reach he calls. I don't know. I don't understand. It's not my place to understand, evidently.
Yeah, good to see some of the players that don't get as much playing time coming into the game.
And likely last home game for the Wolverines this season. Some players coming off the floor, getting a well-deserved round of applause and appreciation. Reed Wilson, Turgeon, Thomas Herbert, Jonathan Ing, all coming off the floor. Only one staying on is the shooter, James McGowan. They add to their lead. It's a 20-point lead now for Westwood. 77-57. Falvey driving baseline. Looks like Jackson Seeley going to get called for the foul as he comes into the game. 54 seconds remain in this one.
And I love seeing that. So Steve St. Martin, again, Jackson Seeley, one of the seniors, has done a phenomenal job as a bench player and also a coach in previous seasons, summer league coach. But Steve St. Martin's still coaching out there. He's still telling them, listen, that's all position. You got to get there.
Joey Noon checking in along with Cam Markowski. Second shot is short.
And John Hawad is in the stat book.
He's got a rebound. He gets it ahead to Noon, and they're doubling the ball. Nice movement by Westwood. Oh, John Hawad draining the three, and the crowd's going wild. 1 for 1 from the line. Mishandled pass there by Walpole, and let's give it back to Westwood for another crack at it.
Yeah, Dylan Koski a little too. He was already in the stroke of shooting the ball when he didn't come up with it.
Fawaz Alupajou's inbound pass for John Hawad is knocked out of bounds.
A nice defensive play by Cam Scales there, senior for Walpole.
Got to move. Ahead to Joey Noon. Nicely done by Joey to tip it to Markowski. They retain possession.
And again, there's a future coach in Cam Markowski. Had an open lane. Yeah, it's traveled by Joey Noon. Had a layup there, but you don't need another basket.
Nope.
So just hold the ball out.
Nope. Let the clock run out. 19 seconds remain in this one. Westwood up to 80 points. Aiden Chariton staying on the floor for this one, the senior.
Three-pointer is good from the corner by number 30, Connor McDonough. His second of the game. He's got 6 points.
And John Hawat will have the ball in his hands as this one winds to a close. Westwood with a 19-point win over the Walpole Rebels, 80-61 in this opening round action for Division II South Massachusetts high school basketball tournament action.
Yeah, so a huge win for Westwood. They came out in that second half and really stretched it out. They started doing some of the things. While they had a lead in that first half, they weren't taking it strong to the hoop. They did that a lot better in the second half, cleaned up those turnovers. Westwood is peaking at the right time. Will it be enough to take down number 1 seed Tech Boston?
That'd be a tall order, but anything's possible in high school basketball.
As we sit here, wrapping up this game, we see some of the Tech Boston players making for the exits, probably saying, geez, they're a little bit better than I thought. So again, shout out to Ryan David, our cameraman. He's done a phenomenal job all season. On behalf of Westwood Media Center, I'm Mike Gay with Chris Path. Until Thursday, when Westwood will face Tech Boston on the road.
Yeah, second round action. Number 1 seed facing a number 16 seed.
David versus Goliath.
Yeah.
We'll see you there.